Earlier this week, when Donald Trump said that Marjorie Greene had lost her way, I criticized Greene for her incredibly tepid response. I called it pathetic because it was pathetic. But yesterday, she took a second swing at Donald Trump, and this one was just a little bit better. She said, "I believe in the American people. I am one of you." Yeah, no, we get it. We get it. "I believe that you are good, talented, creative, intelligent, hardworking, and want to achieve. I am solidly against you being replaced by foreign labor like with H-1Bs. Let's pause there for a second. So this goes back to a topic that we discussed yesterday on the show. Donald Trump has been pushing for H-1B visas to bring in certain types of foreign workers from India, China, a number of other countries to do certain types of work. And he talked about that with Laura Ingraham, and MAGA kind of exploded about it. It's one of the key, not civil wars necessarily, but like topical civil wars on the right now, where you have Donald Trump, who's like, I just want businesses to get what they want and to get it cheaply, so I'm gonna bring people in or whatever. And then you have the nativists that are like, everyone who isn't a white American is the goddamn devil, how dare you bring them in? And that has proven to be difficult for Donald Trump. Now, I think the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. There are probably some jobs that we do need to bring people in. We can, by the way, begin the work of training people up to get those skills. That doesn't mean that we necessarily have it immediately. I think that we can be reasonable about this. But she is siding not with Donald Trump, but with the more nativist and arguably more America first, if in a racist fashion, part of MAGA. That's why she's talking about this right now. So she says, I am solidly against allowing foreign students into our colleges and universities, like 600,000 Chinese students, just to financially prop them up. Yes, it is good for the universities. It's also good for America that people, the world around, wants to come to our universities, learn about America, develop some affection for it, and then go back to their countries and bring that with them, or potentially stay here and strengthen us. So again, I don't want to get into a big fight about the whole racist, xenophobic aspect of this, but that's the fight that she's having. She says, I'm against foreign aid, foreign wars, and sending a single dollar to foreign countries. She is now just listing all of the issues she has with Donald Trump and his administration. I am against bringing any foreign leader that is a terrorist or overseas killing innocent people into our country and into the Oval Office. I assume she's talking about the Al-Qaeda fighter there. I am elected to represent my district and the American people, no other country, and I only serve Americans. I am America first and America only. This is my way, and there is no other way to be. So that right there is a lot of hits at Trump without being specific about it. And so I wouldn't quite call that pathetic like I called the previous one, but even here she's kind of like pulling her punches. But in the next message, it gets even more fun. She says, my way is the American way. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And that is the funniest thing that Marjorie Greene has ever posted on Twitter, and probably will be the funniest thing that she ever posted. And Marge, thank you for the brevity, by the way. She is mocking Donald Trump and his weird tick of thank you for your attention to this matter right there. As if it wasn't already clear that she's talking about Donald Trump. She made clear right there. That is something that Gavin Newsom would do, and that is an escalation, and it will likely be received as one by Donald Trump. Now, maybe it won't go any further right now because Donald Trump's got the whole Epstein emails thing to deal with or whatever, but like, that's an escalation, and Donald Trump does not like being mocked in that way. And especially by someone like Marjorie Greene, who I'm sure he doesn't have any respect for and doesn't think really has much power. He's gonna want to try to destroy her. But here's what's so juicy about it. I don't know that he can, because for whatever reason, her district, which is mega red, seems to like her. And she might be one of the few, just in her district. I'm not saying that she could win statewide. I mean, that's kind of what led to this whole thing, is that she wanted to run for governor or Senate and the polling was really bad. And so Donald Trump didn't want to go with her, and he was actually right to go against her because she wasn't electable statewide, let alone nationally. And that led to this divergence or whatever. So now she's trying to rebrand herself. But if he does try to destroy her, I don't know if he would succeed. I don't know if he can get a Republican to successfully primary her for her House seat. And I believe, more importantly, that she's growing more confident in that, which is why she's willing to escalate this. This is still, it's not her saying Donald Trump's a pedophile, is in the Epstein files or whatever. We're not to that point yet, but this gives me some reason to believe that we can take further steps down this road if she's willing to mock him semi-directly in this way. And by the way, I checked to see if because this is all like last night that she posted this. I checked to see if she would continue posting in this vein. And she's still talking about the job, saying, we must stop importing the world, replacing highly qualified American jobs. And that kind of it gets me back to hurting my brain when I read her stuff. The jobs aren't highly qualified. The people are highly qualified for the job. Like, she's doing her best. Words have meanings. They mean things. You can think about them before you type them. But anyway, she says it's the most insulting America Last policy being continued. And it's a thing Trump is already being attacked for this week. So this is a pretty good escalation. Credit to Marjorie Greene. Some credit taken away for the weird xenophobia and willingness to see the rest of the world burn or whatever, to think that we have no obligation to help out any other people, and the lack of understanding of how words work and everything. But other than that, some credit to Marjorie Greene.